Okay, how's it go? Yeah, it does. I wish I had a burp right now. It would be appropriate. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Ignore the Backlog. My name is TheRealPortz, and with me is my co-host, Evil Goddamn Space Bunny. Bunny, how you doing?
I'm doing real good. How are you doing, Ports?
That's your full username, right? I got that right?
Yeah, you totally did. I like the emphasis on goddamn.
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 God damn it. Well, Duke Nukem in your username?
Oh my god, that was good. That was really good, actually.
Anyway, sorry, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good.
These fucking aliens.
I'm doing so much better now. Holy shit. I got beer.
I fucking just don't have the energy usually, but I really do want to do that costume for, like, Fat Duke Nukem for Halloween.
Oh my god, like, fucking washed up midlife crisis Duke Nukem? Because that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty much only interested. I know we're doing Halloween talk 2 months or a month late, but I'm pretty much only interested in dressing up as characters I can do the voice of.
Mm-hmm.
And Duke Nukem is one of them.
I mean, I can't do the voice of Julia Child, but I still dressed up as her. It was way fun.
You can probably finagle it. She's got such a weird molasses voice. You could do it.
Yeah, like she has like this nasally molassesy voice, and she emphasizes words in like the middle of her sentence. It's really weird.
Yeah, she's like Christopher Walken a little bit, like a slight. She just has like the tiniest bit of whatever that disease is.
It's like a speech impediment. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, no, she's like the Christopher Walken.
You know,
of cooking.
Did you ever hear the story about how Christopher Walken like started talking like that?
No, I thought it was a speech impediment.
Well, he said it kind of is, but it's like a self-imposed one.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
He got tired of learning grammar or something and started ignoring punctuation, and so he would just read the sentences however he wanted.
Oh shit, okay, like Captain Kirk, because that's what Kirk did.
Right.
Or what's his name? Shit. Why can't...
William
Shatner, yeah, like
old Billy Shatner.
Good old Billy Shatner, yeah. He said he would do plays and stuff like that, and people would be bored, and he noticed that they would pay attention more if he acted irrationally with his lines like that, and so that's why he started to talk like this.
Oh, wow. It's weird that like he kind of kept that for the rest of his roles. Maybe he got stuck in it. He's like, I don't know how to do it any other way anymore.
Yeah. Just create a really bad habit and everybody likes it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it bad if everyone likes it? Probably not.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yep. Full of those.
Mm-hmm.
Ball points. Good points.
So many points.
Power points.
Oh my god. Pencil points? Shit.
Point lookouts.
Point.
Fallout 3 DLC.
Oh my god, don't talk about Fallout 3.
Okay, sorry.
I'm still mad at Todd. I'm still really mad.
Toddbot listening?
Toddbot's probably like downloading this podcast and getting ready to like spam me with a bunch of weird Todd Howard emotes.
They're really good though. Have you ever full screened those?
No, now I'm really scared too.
Yeah, some of them are very big.
Oh no, I don't think I will.
Yeah, maybe don't. Maybe do it though, if you're ever feeling curious.
If I'm ever feeling sad and I need to look at Todd Howard's face.
Yeah, if you ever just want to make yourself angry, because I'm sure that's the reaction that will come out of you.
My reaction whenever I see anything to deal with Todd Howard is like immediate anger and then just sadness because he broke my heart into a million little pieces. It's like a bad breakup.
This is like, I know, yeah, this is like you getting over the longest relationship of your life.
It is like one of the longest relationships of my life.
And the dude like cheated on you 19 times. Actually, there's got to be a number where, like, after X number of cheats, it's like it doesn't matter anymore.
You're just okay with it or whatever?
You're just like, well, no, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't make the breakup worse, you know?
Yeah.
At a certain point, actually, more numbers, like if it was like 100 people, you'd be like, okay, that's an insane person I need to get away from. Thank God I found out.
Ooh, 100? Gross.
I know. That's crazy.
Really gross.
In one weekend.
Oh, no! Imagine the smells. Jesus fuck. Anyway,
okay, this is not last week's episode where we are just filthy as fuck. Sorry, everybody. This is not indicative of the rest of this episode.
This podcast is about video games and nothing lewd or gross. Yeah.
Speaking of video games, did you play any video games?
I played only a few actually this week. I didn't play as many as I did last week. I played some more of The Messenger. That game got way more fucking hilarious and way more meta with like the fourth wall breaking, and it's so good. And I'm so impressed with this game. It's probably my new favorite game right now.
Wow.
I played this Minecraft vanilla, and one of the people who's running the server for this Minecraft that I'm on, they did random recipes. So like you do normal recipes in Minecraft and they're like standard usually throughout the whole, like any other mod pack. There might be some variations and stuff like that, but not like to this extreme. So like to make some of the basic things, it's absolutely insane. Or punching grass gives you snowballs, and then you take those snowballs and you turn them into planks, and then you turn it into a bed, and then so on and so forth. And it's like kind of a weird fun puzzle. A lot of people have rage quit to his server, but I'm still somehow going at it. I don't know why.
Wow.
I played a lot of Outer Worlds. Like a lot.
Did you beat it yet?
No.
Motherfucker. You're like this game's biggest dick sucker.
I know, and I'm extending it, I think. I don't know. I'm doing like literally every side quest that comes up.
You're milking it.
I'm milking it, and I'm really exploring every like zone that I can go to, and like my biggest problem that I've run into is like all the characters that I fall in love with because of all their flaws. I'm slowly fixing them and making them into better people, which should be a good thing, but then I don't like them as much. It's really fucked, but like Pavardi...
I hope that's not true of real life relationships.
Oh no, don't say that.
As soon as you improve, I'm not interested anymore.
I'm not interested anymore.
I only want to date the Billie Eilish song version of you.
I just want to take broken people, fix them, and make them better, and then go find another broken person to fix. Oh fuck. But no, like I like Pavardi. Pavardi's like kind of who I'm normally like, I guess in real life attracted to. She's like awkward. She fumbles over her words. She's kind of shy and she's kind of nerdy.
Wait. People who stumble over their words are attractive?
To me, yeah. I know. Don't ask. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
But
what the hell?
Like
what was your first exposure to porn?
You don't want to know.
Damn it! I'm supposed to not bring up shit like that. Fuck. Video games.
It's because you're drinking, you motherfucker.
No, it's because I don't play video games, so I'm just trying to relate it to things I actually do invest my time in.
Oh God, gross. Anyway. Oh God, I'm gonna go have to bleach my ears and my eyes later. So Pavardi, she's like this awkward character, and slowly throughout the whole game, you help her chase after her crush, and she becomes like this empowered lady, which is great, and she's like more like brave and upfront and just honest about everything, and I'm like, but no, you're not awkward or weird, and I like that side of you. So she starts dating this other chick, and you're just like, whatever. Then I found out...
Are there romance options in Outer Worlds at all?
I don't know. I thought I read an article, but I don't think there is.
Yeah, I thought I read an article that said gamers are upset because there's no romance option in Outer Worlds.
I mean, like, I'm okay with no romance options, but like these characters completely change and do like almost 180s. Like, there's this one character, the vicar Max, and
the
he's
what?
like he's a vicar, Vatican like priest kind of figure.
Oh, I've never heard the term vicar before. I don't know what that is.
It's one of their terms in the game.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. So he's like this like bitter, fucking super angry, trying to find all the answers to the universe. Like he's always right. His feeling is right. His faith is always right. And I find it interesting because like he's just like so dead set. And I'm like, I like this character a lot. And you go through his story and he goes through like this revelation and like all this other crazy shit. And he basically trips balls. And then he, like, turns into this super zen chill master. And, like, everybody used to make fun of him. And they're like, what are you doing, Max? And he's like, please fuck off and leave me alone sort of thing. And he's like, I'm doing nothing now.
What do you mean by trips balls?
He does some drugs.
Really?
You do drugs with him, too? Yeah.
He has a psychedelic experience and it makes him not as religious?
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
It's actually one of the best quests I've ever seen in a game, but like he completely lost everything I liked about him. He's not a flawed character. He's just like super zen and super chill, and he's like, yeah, peace, love, man, yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, I've just been milking that game like really, really hard. One of the things I did notice that I could kind of compare to like The Witcher and like Dragon Age is that the quests are like so dead set on you can't have it both ways. Like sometimes you could kind of do that in Fallout where you can have like this win-win scenario if you like walk the line just right and like fix both things.
Yeah.
But in this game there's like no, you either have to side with this faction or this faction. There's no in between.
Yeah, that's like Dragon Age where you either have to forcibly have a demon baby or die. Mm-hmm. Those are both pretty bad outcomes. Unless you're playing like a psychopath like me who's like, yeah, demon baby sounds great. Let's do it. I'm into it.
Yeah.
But then you have the demon baby and the mother wants nothing to do with you.
Kinda.
Real life.
Kinda, but like even in like Dragon Age, the first one, when you're going through the Mage's Tower, and there's like this part you either help these people or they start attacking you immediately, and then you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I remember restarting that one like so many times because like I try to go through all the different like voice commands and stuff like that to see if there's any way to either avoid doing that. It's like I would rather you just stay here,
right,
and let me go. They're like, no, you either have to fight us or die.
Yeah.
It's
so
like,
you like the sort of more gray or like not forced outcomes?
Yeah, I kind of tend to like those. That's kind of why I always like Fallout, because like there's always usually a win-win situation that you could do if you play like a neutral character.
Yeah.
So you could kind of side with both or play both sides as it is.
Is there a there's no morality system like karma or anything like that, is there?
No, but there is reputation. So certain quests will affect your reputation with other people, but some people I just don't simply give a fuck with. Like if it's super corporate-y, like at the very beginning, I said fuck the corporate people and sided with the outsiders. And I was like, yeah, fuck you, corporate, yeah! And I like flipped them off and they lost all their power. So they're basically forced out of that place or they're forced to join the deserters.
Okay. Huh.
But then like later on, choices become like harder and harder. It's like, okay, I don't like this people because of this, but I don't like these guys because of this. And it's like, fuck. But that's all I pretty much played. What about you? Did you get to actually play anything besides slamming your head against Dota?
Who told you about that?
You did. You posted it in Discord, you dummy.
Shit. That was supposed to be a secret. I guess it's out there. I'm gonna have to go to recovery again.
Oh no.
Yeah. Dota, I don't know. I don't know what your relationship with Dota was like, but mine is tumultuous. Mm-hmm. It's like a disease.
Okay.
Because it's fun to play. Like, objectively, it's very fun. But it also, like, poisons your soul.
That's me in World of Warcraft.
Yeah?
Like, I have fun when shit is going good, but as soon as stuff starts to sour or you have to, like, be responsible in the game, it's like, fuck my life. I hate everything and everything about this game.
Be responsible in the game? What do you mean?
Like, recruit people, like, fucking arrange the guild shit, fucking find mats and stuff like that. That's all shit I used to have to do.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah, I was a raid leader / guild leader, dude. Hardcore.
Yeah. The Dota stuff is more I mean, even good people at the game struggle with it. Like, I'm somewhere in the middle in the skill bracket, and it's basically just 50-50. Like, win rates don't deviate too much from 50-50 unless you're like the best player in the fucking world. Because they, are real good about keeping you in the right bracket. Well, they used to be good at keeping you in the right bracket. Now you play with like some higher ranks and shit that probably shouldn't be there. But
yeah.
After 2 hour-plus losses in a row, I wanted to tear my fucking eyeballs out. Like, it just feels so shitty. But while I'm playing it, I used to get like really mad and like yell at teammates and shit. I don't do that anymore. Now I just internalize all of it, and like it makes me feel like I'm shit. Like it's not a good feeling, and it's hard to remove yourself from that live pressure, like even hours after the game. Like, I'll notice my mood's bad for no reason. I mean, it's not no reason, it's Dota, but it's not related to the next thing I get upset about, So I'm definitely better without it, and I'm not playing that much of it, so it's not like a huge problem. But when I can definitely see how it's not good for me, But I still go back, I still launch it, just to get a taste.
She's like your fucking cruel mistress, like that fucking mean ex-girlfriend that you don't know why you can't get over.
Yeah. Every time she stomps my neck with a heel, I'm like, this sucks, but it's kind of great.
It's like, at least she's paying attention to me.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's called an abusive relationship, Ports.
This is my cry for help. I know that. I'm trying to get help.
They try to get me go to rehab, but I said no.
Yeah, I'll go, but I'll, leave like a day later. The other thing that I've been playing is another game that I've never been able to quit, but I don't think it's an unhealthy relationship. It's just I don't know. I don't know how to, like, I don't know what to say about it.
What game is this?
It's RuneScape.
Oh, your bored time filler.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I've expressed this on the podcast before, but the goals in that game, the achievements, like the top level shit, the stuff everyone's striving for, has been contextualized in my brain for 15 years.
So you have these 15-year-old goals from when you were like baby Ports, and you're like, I gotta get these now.
Yeah, and it's fun as hell. Like, honest, like the grind is long, but it's like you can do other things. I can watch movies or fucking shit. I think it was fishing the last time I was editing the podcast. Like, just like dicking around, fucking getting shit done. Like, no matter what you do in that game, as long as you're not bank standing, you're getting something done on your account, and there's so much to do. It's fucking great. The main goal I had when I was a kid, I did achieve. I got 99 rune crafting, which is something like a 500-hour journey.
Oh yeah, this is the thing that you just finished not too long ago, right?
Yeah, like 2 months ago. Yeah. And that felt awesome. And then I felt satiated for a little while, and now I'm back. I'm back.
Back in it.
So does World of Warcraft have a the concept of Iron Man, which in RuneScape is you can't rely on other players for anything. Like you have to do everything yourself. There's no auction house. You can't go like buy shit. You like everything that's on your account. There's no trading basically between players.
I mean, there are people that have done stuff like that where they like level up via like mining or they level up via like never looting anything, or they try to get as minimal achievements as possible and stuff like that.
So like self-inflicted shit.
Yeah, self-inflicted
like
shit.
how people used to do classic WoW when there was no classic WoW.
Yeah, kind of. Like there's like this guy that I was watching for a long time who was doing the neutral panda grinding, and so he was leveling up by just mining ore in the panda's starting zone. So he never picked Horde or Alliance, and he got to max level, and then every expansion so far he's gotten to max level again. Because he's hardcore.
Wow.
Parkour.
Yeah. So this mode where you can't trade anything with players is really interesting because it's like in a game that takes like 5,000 hours to max, I think people can do it in like 22,000 something, but I can't. There's no fucking way I could. It takes like an extra couple thousand because you have to do everything yourself. Like you can't buy your way through anything. There's like the concept of buyable skills where you can train them really fast if you're rich. Not possible. And so I've been running with an account like that, and it's so fun. And it's not the account I have the big achievement on either. Like so I'm basically starting over.
Accounts?
Yeah. I don't really play them together anymore, but I'm just playing on the Iron Man, and it's so fun. And I'm thinking about streaming it.
I think if you stream something like that, that's kind of grindy. You need to have like maybe an agenda where you talk about stuff in chat specifically.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's like this content is all old school RuneScape is, and it gets like 6,000 viewers constantly. The total channel, like it's like a small healthy community. It's a little bit less than like something like Path of Exile. Like it's got a fucking streaming community, and most of them are doing either Iron Man shit or PKing.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, if it's gonna make you happy and that's what you want to do, I'm always all about that.
I don't know if it will. I don't know if I'm capable.
Just fucking try it. Just fucking try it.
I don't know, buddy. Don't
be a baby. Don't be a baby.
I'm a baby.
Stop it.
I'm an adult man child.
You stop being an adult man child and fucking put on your big girl pants and just fucking try it for like a week or two. And if you fucking hate it, then you know.
All right. Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
My big girl pants don't fit anymore. I'm fat.
Well, fucking go to Google.com, Google big girl pants for my size, and then get some new ones.
For my size. Like Google knows my size. Oh, goddamn.
I mean, Google's already downloaded all of your information. I'm sure it has your measurements by now.
Yeah, they've got something like 9 gigs of info on me. It's really cool.
Oh, shit. I didn't even look at mine. I was so terrified to look.
I don't give a shit. They can know what the fuck they can know that size of my dick if they want. I hope you know I'm leaving that noise in there.
Oh, God. Fuck. I'm dying. I hate you so fucking much right now. Please don't ever tell me that. I remember one time a guy told me, and I'm like, that's nice. And then I walked off.
Tell you what.
His size!
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, don't ever do that, please.
I'm not going to do that. There'd be no reason for me to do that.
Anyway.
I'd only do it if I had something to
this is the episode that I bleached my ears and my eyes.
Oh, no. We somehow made it worse than the last one. It's all my fault. I take full responsibility. I'm very sorry.
It is your fault. I'm going to blame you.
Yep. So yeah, I don't play video games anymore. I did go see a movie.
Okay. What did you go see? I saw a movie too.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who wants to go first? Is it me or you?
No, you go first.
Okay.
Ladies first in your big girl pants.
Yeah. I'm big girl pantsless right now.
God.
Joker. I saw the Joker. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
What did you think?
I'm not sure I've got all my thoughts formulated. In fact, I'm sure I don't. But right now, reflecting on it, it's only been 2 days.
Okay.
I think it's a very good movie.
Okay.
I think it's very interesting to watch. God damn it. I meant to mute that cough and I didn't. And now that I've mentioned it, I don't have to go back and edit it out.
Yep, that's how it works. Exactly.
That's a podcasting secret for y'all. Just mention it so you don't have to edit it out. So I'm a comic book movie fan, but I'm not a comic book fan. Like I'd never read any of the comics. I just don't give a shit about it. It's like reading with less words, but like more investment somehow because it's like weekly and I'm not interested. I respect where it came from, but what I'm focused on is movies.
Okay.
And part of me wants to be like, that's not the Joker. But the other part of me wants to be like, well, in the comic books, they reboot their universe like every year or like every couple years. Like they do rebooted shit all the time. Like it's just, this is a different universe with different, like it's the same named characters, but they act differently. That happens all the time. So honestly, I'm fine with it. Like take it a new direction. The thing that's cool is it's very grounded. It's so grounded. Like these are very believable things that this guy's going through. And they lead him down a very strange path. It has a heavy lean into mental illness, which is kind of uncomfortable. It really is, because mental illness is not solvable. You know, it's uncomfortable. It makes like when you're not prepared for it and you meet somebody with a mental illness that's like kind of abrasive. You're not prepared for it. I'm not prepared for it. I wasn't trained for it. Like most people aren't, you know?
Yeah.
But people with empathy, like you want to, help them or like not shun them, but there's no easy way around it. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
So watching this movie just like it just kind of flashed back like a bunch of times I've been faced with that and going like, man, like maybe could I do better? Like I don't know. And then like the system just sucks. Obviously is the conclusion you end up at, but that's no solution. It's just like leaves you going, fuck, like things fucking suck, you know?
Yeah.
But then you get wrapped up in the movie and it's not about reality ultimately. It is like grounded in real things, but it's not a real story.
Yeah.
So but I think it benefits from having so many ties to like very believable interactions and mental illness.
Yeah, like it's hard because like as a person who deals with like a lot of mental health issues, like that's been my biggest fear of watching it, and that's why I haven't probably gone to see it, is just because like there's like the whole stigma behind it, and like people who do have like a lot of problems have been talking about it, and they're like, well, there's things that they get about this, and like a lot of people don't want to have that kind of shoved in their face, if that makes sense.
Oh, for sure.
It's like, it's just, but this is how it is sometimes for some people. Like, not everybody's case is the same, obviously.
Yeah.
But as somebody who's dealt with a lot of stuff, like, it's hard to see people get bullied or people to, like, deal with their struggle. And, like, it's kind of a good awakening for some people. It's like, yeah, this is kind of how it is and stuff. It's like, but for some people, they'll just, not ever have to deal with that shit.
Yeah, which is the easy way out, right? Yeah. So it was a very heavy movie. Like I didn't come away going, "Ooh, that was a good time, great movie. I recommend it to everybody. Go see it." It was like a heavy thing, but I think ultimately very entertaining if you can sort of pull yourself out of the misery of some of that, the real problems that it alludes to.
Yeah, the darkness and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it definitely makes sense. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still just a movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, you take what you can from it.
Yep. But so it was a good movie. What movie did you see?
I went and saw Zombieland 2. Double tap.
Oh, how was that?
I mean, I like my zombie movie. I love Zombieland. It's probably one of my favorite fucking
One thing I'm concerned about with that movie and why I haven't gone to see it is I'm a little worried that it's gonna draw some of its inspiration from real zombie outbreaks, and I just don't want to think about those.
I mean, you saw the first one, right?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking about what we were talking about with the Joker.
I was like very concerned. I'm like, did you not see the first one? But yeah, like it's all tongue in cheek again. It's really cheesy. I mean, it always reminds me of video games and stuff.
Is there there might be a spoiler here for people that care, but so take off your headphones for like 4 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Is there a Bill Murray cameo?
At the post credits, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. There's kind of like a thing where they talk about it and what happened to him. So it's kind of funny.
Okay. Awesome. Great.
And stuff. Yeah. It made me smile. And then there was like the thing at the very end. And I'm like, yes, Bill fucking Murray, man.
Okay. I'm going to tell the people to put their headphones back on because they're definitely going to be able to hear me.
Yeah.
Hey, put your headphones back on. All right.
They're probably wondering why you censored yourself for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, wait, is this the clean version of the show? Did I accidentally download a different one?
I don't know. We were talking about dick sizes and shit earlier, so God, fuck, I hope not.
You mean dick sizes?
Oh my God, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out, Ports. Do you hear me? Get out.
I'm just trying to, tap into the Christian market.
No.
Halfway through the podcast.
Yeah, just magically you fucking have seen the errors of your way after watching Joker, and you're like, I must become a good Christian boy again.
Yeah, I don't want to go around murdering people. That's not good. I'll say one thing that yeah, there's murder in that movie. Shit, I should have put the spoiler thing on that too. One thing that movie does really good. Well, I don't know if the movie does it really good. But one thing I've noticed that I'm into is surprising murder.
When like somebody just fucking randomly
where
dies?
You just don't expect it. It's just bop, that person's dead and you're like, what the fuck? I love that shit. Which means I need to watch Game of Thrones probably.
Oh yeah.
But the thing that made me realize I was into that was The Boys on Amazon Prime. Have you seen that?
Oh my God, yes.
It's
so
good. Fucked up. I love that show.
So good.
Really good.
Such a good show.
Yep.
Ugh. Anyway, now that we've derailed this podcast, nobody knows what the
movie
fuck
podcast
this is.
now.
This is a movie podcast / we talk about whatever the fuck we feel like for 30 minutes.
This is just a stream of consciousness podcast. Ooh, I wonder if that's a podcast title.
Stream of consciousness.
We're rebranding. Okay. News. Did news happen?
Well, it's happening now. They're new now.
No, I mean, did it happen in the world at large? Not on this podcast. I've been here for the whole podcast. I know that it hasn't happened yet.
Are you sure you've been here for the whole podcast?
My being has been adjacent to this podcast, yes.
Fair. Yeah, there was some news this week. It wasn't like super crazy or anything, but there has been some stuff. Red Dead 2 was officially launched like during the release.
Wow, they finally made a sequel to Red Dead Revolver? That's amazing.
I know. But that came out on the PC and it had its first week last week and this week, and like it's had some issues. And so it's a huge game. It's like over 112 gigabytes, right? It's massive. I'm like trying to figure out.
It's not even as big as Call of Duty.
I know. And like I'm already like allocating my hard drives and stuff, and I'm like, what can I delete?
Oh shit! I still need to pick up another one.
Yep.
Do you have an M2?
I sadly don't have I have a slot for it, but my fucking motherboard is so weird with my video card. It doesn't fit.
Oh, it won't fit?
Fuck. It won't fit. I know. I'm like super bummed. So
I'm looking at getting one of those.
Maybe come Black Friday, I'm going to look.
Okay.
That would be like a whole new overhaul. Anyway, so that released. People started playing it, and there was some huge FPS problems, some issues, and then all of a sudden, within like a couple of hours, there was another update for another like 10 to 11 gigs of a patch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, I have some friends that are playing this with no problems. They have like okay computers. They have a little bit better than me or around the same rank as me. Then I have other friends that have like superior computers, like with i9s and fucking a 2080 Ti, and they can't run it at over 40 FPS for some reason.
Okay, so it's like driver problems then.
There's a lot of driver issues with all of the different hardware out there.
Do you know anything like does it favor NVIDIA or AMD?
I haven't looked into the specifics, but like some people are having fine with NVIDIA, some people are having problems with not with NVIDIA or without it. Like it's been back and forth, and so some people have been trying to like capture their issues, and then they can't clip it, and like it just like fucking crashes their whole computer. It's not to the like problems where Fallout 76 was, where it basically shit people's PCs, but there has been a lot of issues with it. But like some people who are like the person who wrote the article that I've been reading, they had like an i5, they had a 2060 Super, and they only had 16 gigs, and they were able to get over 100. They were able to get like over 70 frames per second.
Oh, nice.
Like they were doing just fine. But other people can't get above 30 or 40, so it's like all over the place, and it's super weird. And then the next day, some people who were having fine and like no problems, like they all of a sudden started having problems.
Ew.
Yeah. So this is one of those ones where I was like, I knew the first one had all its issues with server issues when that launched. And now this is happening when it's coming to the PC. So I'm really glad I waited.
Wait, the first one had server problems?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember that. I played Red Dead 1 online like a ton. I don't remember any problems.
I played it online a ton too, and I had a shit ton of problems the first week.
Oh. Damn. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't join online until a couple weeks later.
Maybe. I tried launching like the first couple of weeks, and it was just like a fucking nightmare to the point where I didn't want to play the game.
Usually I beat shit before I take it online.
Mm-hmm. But like online for Red Dead 1 didn't come out for a long time.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. Maybe yeah. It's possible I just didn't know about it until it was like I revisited it months later or something.
Maybe, but
it was a good time though. Red Dead 1, oh, that was great.
It's so good. I was talking to a friend about like one of the fucking quests in Red Dead 1 the other day that like makes you fucking hate yourself on the inside and question everything. Is it the cow one? It's not the cow one, it's the Sasquatch one.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that one fucking seriously makes me want to cry and kill myself.
I thought you meant mechanically, but yeah. That quest is a brutal one.
Like, you're fucking hunting down these poor Sasquatch. And you're just like
you're basically like, Sasquatches exist. Cool. Let's kill all of them.
Let's kill all of them. Fuck them. They're eating babies. Fuck them. And then you get to the very last one, and he's just like, he talks to you, and he's like, we don't eat babies. Just kill me. And then you're like, oh, fuck. My insides just like thinking about it right now. Just like hearing his voice, just thinking about it. I got goosebumps, and I'm like, no.
I'm actually upset that Red Dead 1 is not being remastered on PC. Like,
same.
Come on. How is that not the most no-brainer fucking thing to do?
It's fucking Rockstar.
It's been so long. Like, I would not have been able to recall that Sasquatch mission on my own. Like, you mentioning it, I remember now. But There's so much of that game I forgot. Like almost all of it.
Yeah, there's like
except the end, obviously.
The ending is so fucking.
It's a sad game.
It's such a sad game.
Goddamn sad game. I like sad shit. I think a little bit though.
Yeah, I mean you're obsessed with The Witcher, and that's kind of a sad game story too. But like, there's something about like that ending with your son and like the way you go down and everything, and like it was just like this huge build up for like this redemption of this anti-hero.
Yeah.
And then they fucking just mow down John Marston. Like he comes out of the barn and like you have that chance to fight, but like there's so many people. Like I remember when I got there and I'm like, there's no point, I'm gonna die, and so I just let it happen. I didn't even fucking shoot any of them.
Wow. Yeah. I don't know if I did or not. I don't remember.
I became the anti-hero. I redeemed myself. I was like, okay, well, they're still gonna be dicks. I'm better than them. I'm not gonna shoot them.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
Have you seen Gladiator?
Yep.
I always think like my feelings are kind of similar.
Yeah.
On the end of Red Dead and Gladiator. They're not the same end at all, but I mean they are in that the protagonist dies, but the like sweet release almost, like the just it's over. You've been here a long time and just like you're ready to rest, you know?
Yeah.
And I kind of like that angle of it. Like that's me projecting a lot onto John Marston. I think that's pretty clear that that's in Gladiator, but John Marston wasn't. I don't know if he was ready to be done, but my John Marston I think was, because he went through a lot of shit, man.
I mean, that game is so fucking long. And like it's so good, and the story just like keeps you fucking going in that game. Like I had such a hard time because like I've been a PC player, but I wanted to play that game, so I got a PlayStation for that game, and I'm playing on it, and I'm like, God, I fucking hate controllers. They're just ass. I can't fucking do it.
I would say I agree mostly with what you're saying, except Rockstar games are impossible with mouse and keyboard. There's just no fucking way. I don't know if you've tried to play GTA 5 with a fucking mouse and keyboard, but it's abysmal.
I haven't played GTA 5. I'm not even gonna lie. So
it's bad.
I mean, the
game's great.
Game
is great, but the mouse and keyboard control of any one of their games is just dog shit.
I'm probably gonna play with mouse and keyboard when it comes to PC, so we'll see.
Fucking have fun. And I'm the type of guy. I play Witcher 3. I think Witcher 3 is better with mouse and keyboard, and I have not found a single person who agrees.
I agree with you. I played it only with mouse and keyboard.
Looked very hard. I played it on both. I played it actually on Xbox One first because my PC was shitting the bed when that game came out. And I was like, well, I'm not fucking waiting, so
yeah, fair.
I just played it. I took a week off to play that game.
Wow. You're one of those.
And that was when I was working like a miserable job that offered almost zero PTO. I think I may have even eaten some of those days into my paycheck.
Oof.
But it was a goddamn good time.
I don't think I've ever taken time off to play a video game.
I wouldn't now, I don't think. Well, like maybe a Friday, right? To have a long weekend with it or something, but yeah, not the day it comes out. Like, especially with most stuff being like multiplayer online, like having issues and needing to be patched and shit, it's like, it's just not worth it.
Well, even single player nowadays, like everybody releases these half-ass games, and it's just frustrating.
Yep. I mean, that's been going on forever. Look at Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Skyrim was unplayable the first day.
Happy birthday, Skyrim, you piece of shit.
Happy birthday, you fuck. Give me a sweet roll.
I should make sweet rolls. I should figure out a recipe.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You want to have a Skyrim party?
Yeah, we should do a Skyrim party. It would just be probably
Let's do it next year.
Okay, sounds good.
No, we can find more people to do a Skyrim party.
Okay. Oh, Lauren loves Skyrim. I'm trying to think of who else knows that I know.
Everyone loves Skyrim.
Joshua hates it.
Well, he doesn't count.
It literally has caused fights in our fucking relationship, how much he fucking hates Bethesda games. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? They're amazing.
I understand it. I completely understand why he wouldn't like it.
Like the first one, he's like, I'm like, just get to the dragon, start fighting the dragons. It's like one of the funnest fights. It's so cool
it's not.
And blah blah blah.
The dragons
and like
are bad.
The whole story.
They're a bad part of that game.
It's fun. It's fun. Fight me. It's fun.
All right,
let's fight.
You can't hear it, but I'm rolling up my sleeves.
My sleeves are already rolled up, boy. Let's fucking do this.
Out.
We're gonna do this.
Actually, I'm wearing a short sleeve tee, so I didn't have to roll up anything. Actually, I'm gonna do that weird shoulder thing people do with their fucking short sleeve tees.
Where they like
so
fucking
gross.
make their shirts look like muscle
so
shirts
gross.
at the gym and shit.
But it's with a poofy bit on it. It's disgusting. I don't know why I'm actually doing it. I definitely don't have to because we can't see each other, but I'm really doing it.
Yeah, please stop.
And it feels so awkward. My older sister used to do this when she would work out, and it was disgusting.
It's only people that work out that do that, and I don't understand it at all.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And she wasn't like a muscly workout person. It wasn't like she was showing off guns or anything. It was just like, that's what she was doing. I don't know. It's dumb. Don't do it.
Yeah, that was me flexing right there. I know.
Unless it's ironic. I would support this look if it was ironic.
Then play it ironically, I guess. So how do you, since we're talking about long games with like,
oh my god, did we spend that much time on one story?
Anyway, I'll try to keep us going. I'm
holy fuck,
I'm trying. We're
squirrel
both squirrel inebriated. How do you feel about 100-hour RPGs nowadays, since you're older and like Red Dead came out so long ago when I was like so much younger and I didn't have as many obligations as I do now.
Red Dead 1?
Yes.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I want to say that I still get excited for them. I still go, ooh, yeah, lots of content. Yes, please. But then I never follow through and do anything with it.
Like a certain other game
like,
that we
like Red Dead Redemption 2. I know you want to talk about that game, but let me talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, since that was last year, right? I 100%ed Red Dead 1. 100%.
Did you really? Wow.
I did. I'll show you. I have 1000G and everything.
Goddamn.
I mainlined Red Dead Redemption 2. I was talking to a friend who was playing it at the same time, and I was like, "Can you please get through the story? Get through the story." And they're like, there's so much to do in this game. How are you getting through the story? I was like, I'm not doing any of the side stuff. And they're like, you didn't see this or this or this. And I was like, those things sound really cool, but no, I didn't. I did not see any of that. And it's only now that I've started kind of, pitter-pattering around the open world, maybe trying to do some side stuff, because there is cool side stuff. Yeah. And they do a lot of cool stuff that I consider the best parts of Bethesda games, which is like environmental storytelling, where you just walk into a room and go, oh, this room, like, if you're paying attention, kind of tells its own story, and you can infer what happened. But
like I had a quest spoiled for me not too long ago about in Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know if you saw it, but like apparently you get invited to these people's home and you get invited over for dinner. And if you sit down and immediately have dinner, they attack you and try to kill you and eat you.
Oh, damn.
But apparently if you like take your time and kind of explore it, and like you slowly find like bones in their closet and like all these like telltale signs that these people are not what they seem to be. And there's like this whole crazy hidden thing with this thing. So I'm going to completely spoil this quest because I thought it was so interesting.
That's fine. Yeah.
That, so this is Rockstar's attention to detail, and they do really well with what you said with the environmental storytelling.
This is what 120-hour work weeks get you.
Yeah. So what you do is, like, if you kill the brother and kill him and you hogtie the sister, you slowly find out through the sister, if you take her up to the spot where they kind of left you for dead, I think, and you take
kind of rapey, doesn't it? Yeah. Why would you decide to do this?
I don't know. If you take her up there, she starts crying and freaking out. It's the only way you get her to trigger these lines. She's like, Mama, weird. I'm sorry. Mama, I didn't mean to. Mama, I'm sorry. And all this other crazy shit because her and her brother cannibalized their mom.
Oh, Jesus,
yeah.
fuck.
It's like, and like, so hearing this quest and like, because it was spoiled to me because I was cleaning my house and listening to fucking YouTube videos, and I was trying to run back here quickly as possible, but I was too hooked. I was too deep in the fucking video to stop it. It made me actually so excited to play this game. So much more excited to play this game because I love shit like that.
That's awesome.
Love it. Like,
that's so fucking cool. You know what's cool? That doesn't feel worse to me, like hearing that, than if I just found it myself. Like I still think I can still appreciate how hidden that is, and goddamn, YouTube is the best. I mean, not YouTube because they're
the content creators.
Just the content creators on YouTube. There's just the fact that there's people out there doing that shit. It's dope.
Yep. Maybe one day we can do something like that. Maybe.
I never deep dive enough. Like when, yeah, right.
When we're not working.
I'll be dead.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Or I'll marry rich, maybe.
Oh, there you go. Get a fucking sugar mama. Be like, hey, baby, I can only date you if you let me sit around and play video games and try to make YouTube videos. Okay.
You know that dating app that like forces dudes to put. Oh God. That's grosser than the penis thing, right?
I'm sorry.
Old lady toes, get out of here. Fresh out the stocking.
Crammed into her fucking old lady shoes.
Yeah, they're all bent and just bunion.
Fuck. Anyway, dating app you were saying?
Yeah, the dating app that forces dudes to show their income.
What?
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called. I don't think anyone uses it because, like, that's insane. But I want to start one for dudes where ladies have to show their income.
Yeah, I've been out of the dating game for too long, and I always say if like fucking anything happens to Joshua or Joshua leaves me, I'm just gonna be fucking a crazy homeless cat lady. It's just gonna how it's gonna be.
Yeah, I've never gotten on a dating app. It's just it's too much energy. Like, have you ever been around a group of people that's just talking about dating, like being on dating apps?
Yeah.
They'll like share their stories with it and shit. It's miserable. These people are wildly fucking unhappy. And it takes so much of their time and energy.
Ugh. Yeah, no,
Fuck
I don't
that.
know. Fuck that.
Fuck that. The only real way to date is to wait until you make a connection with somebody and then pursue it that way. That's the only fucking way.
So friend zone them first and then bang them. Friend zone, bang zone.
Friend zone, bang zone. That's the only method I've ever used.
Friend zone, bang zone. Fair. Okay. So how do you? So you get excited for 100-hour games, but at the end of the day, you're like main story only.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. And this bleeds into what I was talking about, I think, last week, where I kind of just want to. I mean, games are just nothing but a number to me now. I mean, it's not true, but in a little bit, like a small way, I really just like ticking off the game. I just like want to get to the end of it.
That's fair. Like maybe you should look into some small side-scrolling games and stuff that are like short and simple, and that way you can add more to that list if that's really what your issue is. Yeah.
Problem is I don't like side-scrolling games.
I know. You suck.
Like, there's not enough short RPGs because RPGs are what I like. There's not enough of them.
Maybe
anyway,
we can
why are you asking me? Is there an ulterior motive here?
Nope. I was just curious because, like, I still, even though I don't have a lot of time, I'm still able to pick up, like, old games or old save files and just immediately get back into something that I left from, like, months ago.
Well, I do that. I definitely do that. It took me, I think my save in Assassin's Creed 3 has been going for something like 3 years.
Jesus fuck.
And I'm like 10 hours into it. And I don't dislike the game. I'm sure like all the pacing is ruined, but like it's going fine. Like there's just some games where I'm like, what? I'll just pick it up every now and then. It took me a really long time to get through Fear 3 also. I think it took like a year.
I love
and that game's
game.
only like 10 hours long. Wait,
Yeah.
you love it?
I love that game. I love all
Fear
the Fear
3?
games. Yeah, dude.
The third one?
I'm pretty sure.
With
I played...
the 3 instead of the E?
Yep, I played the shit out of all of those, dude.
But the third one, though, is the one I'm talking about.
Oh, maybe I didn't beat the third one. I think I played the first two, and
It's got a 3 in the title?
Yeah, maybe I need to play it. I'm going to play through it.
I love Fear 1. Fear 1...
So good.
I mean...
Good.
I think I still like Half-Life better, but it's top 2 shooters easily. Like it's just
For
it's in the conversation.
And shit? Yeah.
100%.
100%.
It's so fucking good. It's so goddamn good. Fear 2 was pretty good, but it falls apart at the end, like massively. Because there's a turret segment where Jesus fuck. Okay, so they have a geeky tech character. We're gonna deep dive into this fucking. All right, they have a geeky tech character. You've played the game, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this is for the listeners. Yeah, they have the geeky tech character, which I mean is offensive enough, but I don't give a shit, right? I don't really care.
Yeah,
like stereotypes exist for a reason. It's like easy for people who are not that thing to understand what they're looking at, right? Like it exists for a reason. I don't give a shit. The problem is that this man dies, and in the next mission there's a turret segment, which, by the way, just look up Fear 1 and watch the gameplay. Just turrets don't belong in this fucking game at all. There's a turret segment, and while you're blasting away the fucking whatever militant army that you're shooting, there comes this... Oh, fuck. I was about to use a big brain word, and I can't remember the definition of it. Do you know the word diegetic? It's like I can't remember if it means the music in the universe or the music the person's supposed to be listening to. Like in a movie, like if like the musical score is what you're supposed to be feeling and experiencing, but like a radio is, I think, diegetic. So it's like in the universe, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think it's the universe.
Okay. So there's one that's not diegetic, the song that comes on. So it's like it's just blasted to the player. And what it is a giant, well, not giant. It's just like a booming fucking sort of death metal-y song. I don't know if it's death metal. I don't know the difference between metal and death metal, but it's like it's hardcore, and it's like it doesn't fit the pace of the game, although it does sort of fit a turret segment that shouldn't be in the game in the first place. And the song is sung by the dead guy, the tech nerd.
I remember this. Okay, yeah.
It's sung by him, and it's about how great he was. The game is not tongue-in-cheek like this at all. Like, it's so fourth wall breaky and Deadpool-y, but it does not fit. It's so fucking weird. It's like they fired the entire writing staff and got a bunch of new ones for the last like 3 missions of the game. It was very strange.
Yeah, it was really weird. I remember that, though. I fucking straight up remember that. Fuck, now I want to play those games. Fuck. I'm writing this on my list.
They're really good games. And if you haven't played Fear 3, we should co-op it.
Oh my god, okay.
Because there's co-op.
I'm down.
Write that down, because I'm going to forget. But
Fear 3. You want to do that maybe Wednesday? Anyway. Fear 2 Wednesday?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
Unless you want to play your shit, other fucking angry dwarf Gandalf game.
No, I'm gonna be playing Death Stranding.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. No. Play Death Stranding. Play your P game.
We'll see. We'll see how Monday goes. Well, today.
Oh yeah.
This day.
Shit. Spoilers. It's Monday.
Oh shit! Actually, yeah. Oh fuck. Speaking of fourth wall breaks. Yeah. So, Fear 1 is really good. I don't remember why we were talking about that.
I forgot. We went down a rabbit hole. So, when you were a kid, did your parents ever like yell at you to get off the computer or go to bed or any shit like that?
I'm curious to know where you're going with this, but I had very strict parents. They limited me to 5 hours a week of video games.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
5 hours a week till I was like 16.
Okay.
So, and I was homeschooled, by the way. So I was home all day with my video games.
Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure this has come up on the podcast before. I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I promise, Mom. Strangle you in your sleep.
God damn.
If she gets strangled in her sleep, I have an alibi, by the way.
Oh, okay. What is it? I was sleeping?
Yeah, I was asleep. No, fair. I was playing Dota 2. I'll give you the match ID.
Oh, God. Gross.
Yeah, so, I mean, yes, of course that happened to me. For sure.
Okay. I was lucky. I was a weird kid. My mom and my dad didn't give a shit about much of what I did. My brothers, they were a little bit more controlling because they weren't able to self-regulate themselves, but I stayed up super late. I played as much video games as I got, but I still got like, you know, a 3.8 GPA when I graduated from high school, and I got
up, went to school. I think I mentioned. What, is that good?
Yes, 4.0 is perfect grades, basically.
Okay, all right, got it.
I graduated with honors. I got a bunch of awards. Anyway, I was fucking super nerdy kid. So the Chinese government just announced new rules to tackle gaming addiction, banning minors from playing online gaming between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. So this curfew is only going to affect apparently online games.
I like the 8 a.m. part of this because the idea that kids would get up early to play video games is so fucking silly.
I mean, I did, but I'm weird.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Also, it's only online. Like, do kids in China not play single-player games?
I don't know. I think it's one of those. Maybe it's one of those things where they constantly have to be connected to the internet, like EA's bullshit or Red Dead's red shit or fuck Rockstar's bullshit.
Yeah.
But anyone under 18 will be restricted to 90 minutes of online game during the week. 90 minutes. For the whole week.
Wait.
Whole week.
Wait. For the whole week?
The whole week. The week, like, Monday through Friday.
Wait.
Yeah.
I'm reading the article now. While they can indulge for 3 hours per day on weekends.
Yes, and public holidays. So they could get a total of six plus an hour and a half throughout the whole week, which seems like a lot, but, like, I do fucking 3 to 4 hours every day, so
I mean you're over 18, you'd be fine.
Fair enough, but not like on top of all of this, adding this restriction, they're also restricting how much they could spend. So 16 to 18 year olds can spend about 400 yen per month, where people who are younger than that can only shell up to 200 yen per month. So these restrictions, including curfews, also create limits, and they have to register. And I don't know how they're gonna do this.
Tank the Chinese mobile market if they can't spend more than that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna tank the market. It's gonna tank everything. But like, so also with the phones and stuff, how they connect and everything.
Yeah.
The kids can't just use their parents' phone to register the accounts and stuff. They have to provide valid ID and information for all this stuff. So, like, that goes into that whole fucking super crazy how they're constantly being monitored with all the cameras and stuff. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen, like, how their freeways are. And if you're driving on their freeways and stuff through China, they're every so many miles or like so many time, like minutes, I guess, there's cameras and they just constantly take your picture.
Oh,
to see
cool.
that if you're still on the freeway, to see where you are, basically, to see where you're going. And it's fucking crazy. So
that's really cool. We do that here. We just like do it through the phone.
I mean,
and don't care.
Yeah. Is it not only going to fucking track you on your phone, but
that's very strange. But goddamn, thank you don't live in China. You know what I'm saying?
Thank fucking God.
Hey,
but
Christian podcast.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fucking sorry, Christians. Didn't you say my name at the beginning was Evil Goddamn Space Bunny?
No, I said it's Evil Goddamn Space Bunny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Actually, I think Christians would mute the God too, but I'm just a sinner, you know? I'm just like the rest of you. I'm working through my and trying to get into heaven. Oh
God. Okay. What about the two things that you brought to the table?
What did I bring to the table?
Oh,
I don't bring shit to the table.
You brought some shit to the table this week. I'm actually very proud of you.
Oh yeah. I don't have articles or anything. These are just musings from ports. Death Stranding has been out for not even a week.
Yep.
I haven't played it yet because my capture card broke.
Rip.
But I'm borrowing one and I'm probably gonna stream today. I'm definitely gonna stream today. Well, if it fucking works. I haven't tested it yet. I should have, but I have not yet.
Oh God.
But I was looking through some reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And just the scores, because I really don't want to read specific things about the game other than the stuff I already know about it.
Okay.
But it seems like, and this is not just from review scores, it's like my Twitter feed and stuff like that. There's like no middle ground when it comes to this game. It's like people are in love with it, or they despise it with the most powerful fucking language I've ever seen. Like, it seems to be the most polarizing game I've ever seen.
Yeah, no. From what I've seen and what I've been reading, because like after we had that huge discussion last week, I was like, there's no way this game could be this fucked. So I started like doing deep dives, and like what I noticed with the Metacritics and stuff like that, they would just tear into the game. They're like, it's this, and it's this, but I still give it a 9 out of 10. I was like, what? You just fucking berated this game, telling us how much you disliked all this thing, but you're still giving it a 9 out of 10? Are you sucking Kojima's dick? What's happening?
There's nothing I like less than a review that it reads 100% negative and is positive. Like I
fucking
like
hate
the score.
it.
Yeah, I really don't like that.
Like, I don't know if
I noticed that the most to call. Listen, somebody is finally gonna have the balls. It's gonna be me to call out this website. All right. IGN.
Yeah.
Finally, someone speaking up. I know it's been a long time coming. Enough free rides for you, IGN. Everyone hates that fucking website.
I mean, it's just really weird, and a lot of people who reviewed the games. Was it the one? Who was the one who did the Cuphead review? I know they were from IGN, but like somebody
I don't know their name.
Reviewing Cuphead, and he couldn't get past the fucking tutorial.
That was hilarious. It's
like, dude, why are you reviewing this?
The problem with that, I think, was that he was like, "It's not clear enough. Like, it doesn't." I think they were like speaking ill of the game for that. It's like everyone else fucking did it, buddy. Like, I don't know, and it's possible he was just having a bad day or whatever. But I think it was an edited video review, right? It wasn't like a live stream, right?
No, it wasn't a live stream.
It's like, just make a new fucking video. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. Like, I get that your job is to review video games, but if you're reviewing shit that you're not interested in or not, like, gonna be able to play because you don't know how to fucking play these kinds of games, like, it would be me trying to play MOBAs again. Like, I'm not it's been so long since I've been out of the loop, and then trying to play one and review it, it's gonna be a bad review. It's gonna be garbage because that'd
be like me
enough.
reviewing a 2D side scroller game.
Yeah,
like there's just I already don't like it because it's a 2D side scroller.
But yeah, it's just kind of one of those weird things where I see that more and more, but especially with this game, and it's not just IGN. It's a lot of other sites where they tore into the game, complained about the gameplay, complained about mechanics, and then they gave it like a fucking 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, fucking 4 out of 5, sucking Kojima's dick. Like, I love Kojima. I love Metal Gear Solid. It's so good. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to watch you play it. I'm actually waiting for you to play it, so.
I would suck Kojima's dick.
I think most people would, but after the whole pee thing, I think he's into pee fetish and golden showers, and that's when a girl's got to tap out.
He knows Guillermo del Toro, so got to do it. You know, get those Hollywood relationships going.
Okay, I mean,
Pokemon Sword and Shield is not out yet.
Nope.
But my anecdotal consensus on my Twitter feed is that people fucking hate that game already. And I have not looked into why. I was supposed to do that before this and I forgot. Or during it. I could have done it during it. I didn't do that.
So a lot of people are not happy with... so the Pokedex got released is part of it.
Which is like the types of Pokemons and the amount of Pokemons?
Yes. So,
Pokemans?
like, what Pokemon's in this generation and stuff like that, and what Pokemon you're going to be able to capture via this game specifically. So
and there's no Pikachu.
I don't think there's Pikachu. I didn't look at it too particularly because there's so many new Pokemon, and I haven't played Pokemon since Diamond or maybe it was Black and White. I can't remember. It's been a long fucking time. And I still keep up on it. My favorite one is obviously Mudkip with Emerald Green, which was on the Game Boy Advance. That's my favorite fucking Pokemon. But a lot of people are upset that the complete Pokédex was released and like a lot of Pokemon are missing.
Oh.
Just like a lot. And they're like, oh, what the fuck is happening? They're like, this isn't the Pokemon I play. I'm supposed to have like fucking hundreds of Pokemons.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I think it's supposed to be open world, right?
I believe it is open world. From the pictures that I've seen, it looks really good. You're supposed to be like, there's supposed to be more focus maybe on the breeding aspect of the game and like building those kinds of bonds and those kinds of Pokemon or like Pokemon teams. But a lot of people aren't happy because there just isn't a lot of Pokemon in it. And so they're just like, fuck, I need Pokemons, you know? It's like crack and you just start tapping into that vein.
Yeah.
And you can't get your Pokemons.
I was never into Pokemon.
That's fair.
Ever. Like not even a little bit.
That's fair. I mean,
I've heard of it.
Do you know how to catch them all? Do you want to be the very best that ever was?
It's like grinding. You have to grind a lot to get them.
Yeah, you grind on those Pokemon to get them, to capture them.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of twerking involved too. I think you have to blow Oakley or Oakenson.
I could see you like
probably
seeing a Pokemon in the wild and then you start like fucking doing a ritual mating dance for it. And you're just like fucking doing these weird moves and shit like that. And this Pokemon's just like, what the fuck is happening? I am not into this.
I think the main character's name is Ash Ketchup.
Yeah, Ash Ketchup and his sidekick, Frenchy Mustard.
Yeah. Or actually, there's a choice there. I think you can also have Amy Dijon as well.
And Mr. Stony Mustard too. Yeah, I can't forget about him.
Stony Mustard. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm locked in. Look, even the things I'm not interested in, I know everything about.
Obviously. I mean, we're professional video game podcasters.
Video game, movie, TV show, streaming consciousness.
Yep.
Podcast.
The best. 100%.
Like no one ever was.
Yep. But I'm probably going to watch...
more?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm probably going to watch a couple people play it. I don't have a Game Boy anymore, but I'm still kind of interested.
A Game Boy?
in it.
It's on Switch.
Oh, it is on the Switch. I'm sorry.
That was the big deal about this Pokemon. It's like the first console fucking Pokemon.
It is
That's
right.
That's a real Pokemon game, quote unquote.
That's what I meant to say. Is I don't have one right now. So.
Did you used to?
I'm letting a friend borrow it.
Oh. Did you play Mario Odyssey?
I did not. I have it though. I literally have not touched my Switch since we bought it.
Really good.
Yeah, I know. I'm really bad.
The reason I bought it.
Wow.
And it's the only game I've really played. I bought Skyrim for it because I was like, oh, play Skyrim on an airplane.
Oh my god.
Doesn't happen, by the way.
It's really
you don't
bad.
do that.
No.
You don't fucking play Skyrim on an airplane because Skyrim is like a game to get lost in, and you can't do that when there's a 9-year-old kicking the back of your fucking seat.
Do you want to talk about it?
He took his shoes off.
Oh no. He took his shoes off?
I can still smell the feet.
Oh, what a monster. How old was this kid?
9. I said he was 9.
Fucking 9? Where's his mother?
I saw his driver's license. It's next to him sleeping, obviously.
Oh, what a fucking cunt. God damn it.
Yep. We started getting into the story. There's no good segue to it, so I'm just gonna
just fucking throw it out there.
Yeah. So I started to tell you this story before the podcast, so I'm just gonna awkwardly bring it back up and here's a funny anecdote.
Oh yeah, an hour and a half later.
Yep. See if I can remember. So Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast. I was just talking about this because I have a caffeine tick in my eye sometimes. I think it's caffeine. It might be alcohol or God only knows what. When you look up eye twitches, everything in the universe can cause it. It's like cancer.
Oh shit.
It's no known causes and no unknown causes. Like everything does and everything doesn't. It's great. Everything that's listed as like a cause is like, oh, this could also help. It's like sleeplessness. It's just like it doesn't. It's like you either need to sleep more or like not. Like don't sleep. Anyway, Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast has like the most ridiculous eye twitch I've ever seen in my life. It's like his eyebrows and like half his face basically. And it's a lot. I think it's gotten worse recently. I don't know if it's like a named condition or anything like that. It must be. But I was thinking, oh, like what if my caffeine twitch or whatever it is turns into that? And then Bunny, you said something like you got to use it to make people feel uncomfortable, on purpose.
Yeah, make them uncomfortable as possible.
And what that made me think of is I think I would really do that in a funny way, because a few years ago I got something called Bell's palsy. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Okay, Bell's palsy is an infection in your nerves that stops half your face from working.
What the fuck? No, like a stroke?
Yeah, it looks kind of like a stroke, but it's just your face, just the nerves in your face. And so I couldn't move half my face. So when I would laugh, it would only one half of my mouth would move.
Scary.
It's so weird. And thank God I was dating somebody at the time, because I was like, it'll probably go away. That was my response to it. And she made me go to the doctor, and they were like, yeah, if you didn't take antibiotics, you'd probably be this way forever.
Oh my God, that's scary.
Yeah. So, but my first thought when he told me that you might have this, because even with the antibiotics, some people retain it. Like, it's just like some people just have it. or sometimes like some of it's left over. Like it's weird. And my first thought was like, oh man, like that would be like a new thing that would make me unique, because I've never met anyone with this. And I think it'd be like a more interesting thing about me.
Half your face not working?
Yeah, like I'd be the coolest fucking. I'd be way better than I am now on Twitch. Because if you make fun of shit, like one of my favorite, I don't know his name, so he's not one of my favorite comedians. I'm lying out my ass right now, but
kiss ass.
One of my favorite acts that I've seen, I think it was on America's Got Talent or maybe the British one, or who gives a fuck, but he was like super disabled to the point where he had to type on like the Stephen Hawking like computer thing.
Yeah.
And his entire act was about making fun of that and how like annoying it is to be disabled.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fucking brilliant. That's so fucking great, because no one can take that away from you. And if you're self-aware about it and honest about it, it's fucking like everyone loves it. It's great.
I mean, as long as you can make fun of yourself, it's always good. It's like, what's his face? Fuck, why can't I think of his name? The little,
Oh, the Twitter guy?
Yeah, and he does YouTube videos. Fuck, what's his name?
I don't remember his name either. I was on his page like earlier today. I don't remember what his fucking name is.
Oh, god damn it. I can't think of his fucking name. And
everyone knows who we're talking about. He's the funny, goofy little dude that,
he tries to act, he like over accentuates and like makes himself incredibly creepy, and like he did his like he after Bella Delphine did her bathwater, he did his own version of his bathwater, and he called it, I think, Crip water or some shit like that.
Because he's like a little crippled, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh God. Man, why are you doing this? You're making me like cringe, but also laugh.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I didn't see that, but that's really good.
I'll find you the video and I'll send it to you later. You can watch it after your stream.
I'll put in capital letters in the show notes who it is once I figure it out. Oh my God, Bunny, this is our longest episode yet.
Yeah, probably because we took like 20 minutes to start.
I know. Well, we did take 20 minutes to start, and every news story went on 14 different tangents. We're just getting too comfortable up in here. That's what. Actually, it's the alcohol. It's definitely the alcohol.
It's definitely the alcohol. This is how we are whenever we start drinking, and we're
I
fucking
know.
out
This
in
is
public.
Poba, but remote. This is a remote Poba right now. If you guys ever want to know what we're like when we're out drinking, this is it.
This is literally it. Except we get way more drunk.
Yeah, a little bit less loud, because I'm still aware I'm talking into a microphone. I'm trying to be good about it.
You're trying to be good about it.
Although I did yell about that 9-year-old in the airplane. Yeah. Anyway, any goddamn way. Bunny, where can people find you on the internet?
People can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram under the name EvilSpaceBunny. And you, Ports?
Awesome. Yeah. TheRealPortz, Twitch and Twitter. And if you could be so kind, if you've made it all the way to the end of the show, you probably liked it or had some thoughts about it. If you have some thoughts, share them with us. And if you liked it, for sure, share it with a couple people. Just tell somebody that you came around and listened to it, and let them be exposed to it.
Yeah, or if you didn't like them, you didn't like the show, you can send it to them and torture them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, send it to somebody you hate. Like, hey, I loved this. You should listen to it. It's really good. It gets really good at like an hour and 28 minutes. And then like, oh shit. All right.
Yep.
So either way, helps us out.
Thank you guys. We appreciate it.
See you next Thursday. We do appreciate it, and yeah, we'll see you next time for episode number 7 of Ignore the Backlog.
All right. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die.
Yeah, I guess. Well, yeah, that's good advice.